Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough. Today continuing Mass Effect 3. Without further ado, let's have some fun. Alright, in this Mass Effect 3 here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Quarian Far Rim. Now we're going to continue the main quest, and boy oh boy oh boy have we had a ton of fun with all the side quests. I mean, honestly, like, Mass Effect now has, I mentioned it, after the party, just the ability to relax with all those characters, after all the fighting and all the emotional, scenes that we have, and the experiences and interactions and everything, we get an opportunity to relax with them. And after that party, Mass Effect moves squarely into the fourth spot for the best games I've ever played. And yeah, now on my Mount Rushmore, I was thinking about it. The face of Brockshield, my paladin who represents World of Warcraft Classic. Face of Geralt of Rivia for Witcher 3, Kratos for God of War, and now Commander Shepard for Mass Effect. And it's a well-deserved spot. Shepard really truly does deserve that 4th spot for me. And I'm so excited that there's still, I mean, seriously, there may still be some 20 plus hours in this game, so let's keep going. Here we go, let's enjoy.
Commander Shepard, a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
So we're obviously aware of this story. If you remember, we preached about the value of not going to war against the Geth, but they've decided. I mean, I thought it was an inspiring idea, but it's also like, I agree that there's a lot of value in not going to war as well. You know what's actually interesting about it? When I think about it, I'm actually a little bit split on the decision. They decided to go to war against the Geth for their homeworld, so at this point, here's to hoping the Quarians win, right? So now we'll hear what they have to say though from their history, because again, the quest with Tali'Zorah in Mass Effect 2 was maybe the best side quest, maybe, in Mass Effect 2. So let's keep going.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
After we attempted to kill them.
We didn't try to kill them, Chorus. We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
Oh, so we're gonna say the Quarians were wrong.
No, it was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
Don't bother. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
It was a mistake though, right? Like I that's why my first instinct was this is a mistake. Even though I think that it's a noble idea that the Quarians want to retake their homeworld, again, because you remember that Rail Zora, he breaks protocol bringing live Geth parts to test because he wants to give Tali'Zorah a chance to see the homeworld before he dies. Unfortunately, it's in vain, and we ended up protecting Rail Zora's legacy by not mentioning that we discovered that information. So, yeah.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system, when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win,
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Geralt. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes, cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Wow. There she is. Admiral.
Zora Vas Normandy, reporting for duty.
Glad you could make it, Tally.
Wow.
Admirals, I'll ready a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Wow. Admiral Talizora. Look at her go.
Admiral?
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
You've had your own troubles. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So why help them?
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here safely, Tally.
Thanks, Shepard. And just so you know, I need to keep things strictly business in front of the admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
Sure thing.
I'm ready to hit that dreadnought whenever you are.
You know, just another reason why the correct answer for romance is probably Liara, in terms of, like, the most screen time. Because you can also romance Tally, you can romance Jack, but they don't get the same amount of screen time as Liara. Liara's there for the whole Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, so she's really the one that you get the most screen time with. Ashley's second, so Ashley's actually really good for that purpose also. And of course, Ashley is the correct pick, in my opinion, for Shepard. At least as Commander John Shepard, the White Knight, so that is what it is. Alright, I want to see if the quest showed up to talk with Tally. Save the game and see if Tally sent a message like, do you have to invite her to your home or something like that. Is Tally on board? Oh, she is. She's in the war room, so we can talk with her. And Admiral Rana is there as well. Alright, cool.
Commander.
Soldiers.
That dreadnought is tearing through our fleet. Let me know when you're ready to hit it.
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tally?
When the war started, the Admiralty Board asked for my help. I had more recent contact with the Geth than most of my people. They hadn't filled the spot on the board left by my father. I was invited in. It's just a technicality. I'm far too young to be a real admiral.
Don't sell yourself short, Tally. The board needed your expertise. You needed the authority that comes with rank.
How did the war with the Geth get started, anyway?
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with Geth active scans. It's like a flashbang grenade. It effectively crippled the Geth ships in combat. My fleet couldn't pass up the chance to attack.
Could we use it to fight the Reapers?
It only works against the Geth, unfortunately. Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LADAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data. And it's useless now that the Reapers have upgraded their processing power.
What's so tough is that in Mass Effect 2, if you remember, we fought alongside Tali and Legion to ensure that both the Quarians and Geth would be able to help us when the Reapers came, but they're back fighting each other, which is unfortunately bad for us, because we could definitely use both the Geth and the Quarians in terms of being a supportive force for military purposes.
How is it being back with the fleet?
Right now, it's exhausting. I'm an admiral in the middle of a war. I just want us to get out of this alive. Everything else can wait.
When this is over, I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. If we survive this, we'll have a homeworld. My people need me.
You could help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet.
So what about Legion?
It returned to Geth space after you turned yourself into the Alliance.
And you haven't seen it since?
Legion and I sent a few messages. I was hoping we could try negotiation. But I was outvoted 3-2. Admiral Chorus was the only one who believed it would work.
Any idea where Legion is now?
No. In our last message, it told me that the Geth were having trouble reaching consensus.
And then nothing?
Maybe it was fighting the Reaper takeover, or maybe it didn't want to give intel to an enemy. I could have warned it about the invasion. I didn't.
You'd have been betraying your own people.
I never wanted to be an admiral.
Talk to you later, Tali.
If you want to catch up in private, call me up to your cabin.
Yeah, that's Admiral Ron. We'll talk with her.
Shepard, the fleet is under heavy fire. We need to hit the dreadnought.
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
In peacetime, the patrol fleet managed navigation, internal security, and intership conflicts or crimes. Now, we mostly guard the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light frigates or fighters.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships, medical vessels, and live ships. Admiral Chorus coordinates them, though individual ships' captains still have power. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be, I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
What can you tell me about Admiral Geral's heavy fleet?
It was our main military force before the war, comprised of all Quarian vessels suited for sustained combat. It can't compare to the Turian forces, of course, but we have a number of heavy frigates and advanced fighter forces.
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be, I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
I'm not sure if we heard that twice, but I actually want to pause because it's a great point. If you remember, there was a treaty signed, actually, I think it was after the First Contact War, that limits the amount of dreadnoughts as a ratio, where the Turians have the largest, followed by the Asari and Salarians. I think it's 5 to 3 to 1. Remember, I actually clicked this in the codex of the Mass Effect 1 back when I was still reading the codex. What's so crazy about the codex is you see how I learned something from it, but I didn't watch the codex after the initial part of Mass Effect 1 because it was just like too much time and really like not that much fun. But in the codex for this treaty, it talks about how for every one dreadnought the humans have, the Solari and Asarians, the Solarians and Asari are allowed 3, and the Turians are allowed 5. So I think the Quarians are probably in the lowest bracket as well, and unfortunately they are violating the treaty, as you just heard, by converting all of their civilian ships to dreadnought capability, which is a break in the code there. So, absolutely fascinating how we were able to pick that up because we read the codex in Mass Effect 1. Think about that. Reading that codex made this moment so much more impactful because the Quarians are breaking the law.
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se, just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the homeworld.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Commander.
Alright, let's keep going. So cool.
Commander.
One thing I was actually thinking about was the quest with Miranda. It was here somewhere, wasn't it? There's like some quest with Miranda, I thought. Because Miranda talked to us about her sister, and we said, yeah, we should stop her father, but we never actually followed up with that quest. Anyways, I'll look into that actually later. But for now, let's go ahead and disable the Dreadnought in the Perseus Veil. So yeah, should be good. Okay, here we go. Alright, as usual, we'll go with Liara and Ashley. Oh, we have Tali, right? So we can only bring Ashley, which is actually better, actually. We don't need Tech and Biotic anyways. Oh, geez, okay, cool. Her health could definitely use some help for sure. Let's get her a combat drone. I think we would want both drones, theoretically.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
Oh my god.
My cyber warfare suite has accessed their docking protocols.
All right. Once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. Tally's our expert on Geth software. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Sounds like a plan.
Good to see you again, Lieutenant Commander Williams.
I think we can drop ranks. Admiral.
Thanks, Ash. Ready to go shoot some Geth?
Just like old times.
You know it.
There's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured. I see the free one. Pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here. You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute.
I just thought of like something like Joker might do. So there's like a type of fish called the remora, and it hangs out on the underside of sharks and like lives there like eating like the bacteria or like other particles that like sharks like that. So it's like a mutualistic symbiotic relationship. So I was thinking of like the Normandy live like as a remora on one of the other ships. Just like if you remember in Star Wars, I don't remember if it's A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back. Han Solo has the Millennium Falcon hide like on the underside of one of the dreadnoughts, and then the major starships, and then the captain of that ship was like, "Where did they go? They were just here," and actually they're actually just hiding under the ship. So it was so cool. Okay, let's keep going. Just thinking like Joker's just like hiding under another ship or something, because there is a battle going on. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if something changed. Yeah, there's a battle going on out there, so.
No wonder the Quarians were having trouble. That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Tally, you're gonna like the view.
Better than a vid?
Much.
How are you doing, Shepard?
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
The Dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Until then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Geth are just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
That is so funny. Man, this game is just so good.
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Tally to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on.
So just me on this mission, so I've got to be careful.
I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
Got it. You're clear to board.
Are you alright, Shepard?
Fine. But I appreciate the company.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
Looks impressive.
It's Admiral Zen's design. It transmits an energy pulse on contact that disrupts shields and synthetics.
So where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Where's the closest one?
Past their defense network and through a sensor cluster. It's always the fence.
You did fine at the collector base.
I got set on fire.
And that's where I'll go ahead and end the, Oh, so by the way, we just heard the dialogue of you get a unique dialogue if you send Tali through the vents, and so we just got it there. She says the vents, always the vents, and then she says, Shepard says you did well in the collector, so she got set on fire. That was so funny. And that's where I'll go ahead and end the video there for today. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel. Like to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.